Alright, listen, there's three places the sale happens. The first place is in the pre-sale. It's in the content that you share, it's the funnel that you build, it's the relationship you build long before you even make an offer. The second place is in the offer itself. People are so lazy with their offers and their sales pages. We're going to correct that today. And the third place is in frequency. People turn up quite shyly and do a launch, and like, that's a generous term. They'll send a few emails, do a few posts, then they're so mortified that they ever tried to sell anything in the first place, they disappear off social for weeks and months, and so people don't even have a chance to remember their name or who they are or what they build. I'm going to be so direct and so bold with you in this video, and I'm going to tell you, if you're a good person and you're selling an online product like an online coaching program or a training program or consultancy, something like that, I'm going to show you what it takes to sell at 6 figures and feel so good about it, because you're not even selling, your customers are asking to buy. Alright, before we get into it, I have to tell you a story that might make you laugh. My first job out of university, days out of university, was as a door-to-door salesperson in Chicago, America. So as the term was ending, these guys were doing this presentation, come and do this amazing summer internship, learn how to sell, come to America. The big sell for me was, this will look amazing on your CV and help you stand out. And I was applying for a couple of graduate schemes, and I really wanted to be one of the best picks. I thought, this is it, this is my golden ticket. So I signed up, I did all the training, and I said, yes, 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 brilliant, booked the flights, and off I flew. And we flew to Tennessee in America, Nashville, that's where we went, Nashville, Tennessee, and there were hundreds of us, and they trained us in hardcore sales, like knocking on doors, cold calling, the most coldest, brutalist form of selling you can do. I was doing that. How old are you out of uni? Like 19, 20, something like that? It was so hot. My sales area was in Chicago. They gave us an area, and what we literally had to do was wake up in the morning, we'd put these little shorts on, this little t-shirt because it was so hot, we'd have a backpack on with our product in, and our task was to knock on 30 doors a day. And they said to us very clearly, if you want to make 3 sales a day, you've got to knock on 30 doors a day. And if you don't make your 3 sales, we'll probably know you haven't knocked on that many doors, because even a terrible salesperson, the numbers work for you, go knocking on doors. We had a script that we'd memorized, and what would happen is, even as the door was closing, if the customer was like, no, no, no thanks, like, I could tell you some stories, they said, just open the book and show them the book, show them the product. Like, you'll make the odd sale when someone goes, oh, that's pretty good. We had all these tricks we got taught, like, hey, is it John? John, I was just talking to your neighbour Steve, he said to come round. Because if I'd sold to Steve, I'd say, Steve, who else in the area do you think would know? Like, do you know the neighbours next door? It sounds awful, but I saw they had bikes in the yard. They taught us to look out for these things. I wondered, do you think they'd be interested? And then John, who just bought the books, would go, or Steve, whoever I said, yeah, actually, I tell you, they've got a 9-year-old, and is it a 6-year-old? So then you'd go knocking on the door and say, hey Steve, I was just talking with John, he's just bought them and he's recommended and said you'd quite like them. Have you got a minute? I'm just going to show you the books. And as you would say that, you would sit on their step and open the books. And human behaviour says that as you would sit on the step, that person would join you. And before you know it, they're in a sales conversation they didn't even know they needed. Because do you know what? They didn't need it. And so doing that all summer, I hated it. I hated it. I made thousands of pounds in sales, but I didn't make any money because I spent it all in coffee shops and God knows what, and calling home because I hated it. I want to come home. But it really taught me how not to sell. There's nothing wrong with that kind of selling. I'm sure it's fine. It works. It just doesn't work for me. The only way I'll take money off people is if they're crystal clear on what the offer is, they've got very clear goals, and they know for a fact that I can help them hit their goals. So for me, selling isn't about tricking or conning or sitting down on a step and having someone follow you or mirroring body language. I hate all of that shit. I really do. I hate it. And if I see a salesperson doing it to me, I will walk away, because if I'm there, I'm curious. Don't trick me. I'm not daft. I know your tricks. All right, with that in mind, let's get into this first point. All selling happens in the pre-sale. The pre-sale isn't how they come to know about you or how often they see you. The pre-sale is, do they trust you to deliver on the outcome? The way you build that trust is with free content or a low ticket item that allows them to say, oh my God, that actually worked, I want more. So there's a couple of ways to do it. The first way is content, right? I'm delivering all these ideas and these tools and these insights, this training to you every single week in this content. In listening to this content, you are either going to decide, do you know what, Lisa, I like her, she's good, she knows, I can see how she's got the result, I would love to be closer to her, I'd love to be in her space, I would love for her to look at my work and give me this feedback but bespoke to my work, because clearly she knows something, she's figured it out and she knows something, and I'm getting value and I'm learning. That's what free content does, because all of these things that I tell you, chances are you'll remember them, they'll inspire you, they'll lift you up, but you might not apply them. They might just give you a boost or motivate you or teach you a little something. Very rarely do people then go and apply them. For me, I really like to get people into funnels, and funnels is such a dirty word. Like, people hate the idea of funnels. I love a funnel. Do you know what a funnel is? A funnel is, hey guys, I'm going to be teaching an aspect of my big program for free or a smaller amount, but I'm not going to blast it over the internet. I'm just going to do it privately in this corner. Sounds a bit creepy, that. So come to the front of the room, let's get together and let me see if I can help you. What happens in a funnel is somebody gives you their email address, and that's the exchange. They give you their email address and you exchange value. What I hate is when people create freebies, and the freebies are just rubbish. The freebies are like summaries, the freebies their life story, the freebies all the things they're doing wrong. If you download a freebie from me, it could be a 3-part video series, it could be a long copy PDF, it could be a webinar, you will leave that freebie and go, wow, I would have paid for that. That's my goal, I would have paid for that. So you give them something like a long copy PDF, a webinar, whatever, but your job there isn't to teach everything. You can't, you've got to charge for that, you've got to make a living. But it's also not to tease or to give a little bit away and say, hey, if you want the rest of it, it's behind here. It's not to do that. The job of a freebie is to teach something completely so that somebody gets a mini transformation. They actually understand something, they get a result, it has an impact, and they go, that was really good actually. Given all of the coaches I could choose from, that person actually helped me. They over-delivered, they gave value, it actually helped. What else do they have? That's the job of a freebie. So the process I tend to run is, I always have a sales page. Like, at any point, if I'm sharing content, you know what I'm selling. So what am I selling right now, at the time of this video? It's straight line through. I've got this really big 6-month program. You can work with me one-to-one or work with me in a group coaching environment with these amazing lectures, teaching you everything you need to know about sales and marketing and strategy and business, and actually growing a 6-figure coaching business. That's what I'm selling, straight line through. It's mint. Because you know that when you're watching the content, not everyone, but some people are watching this content and they are considering that program. I know that for a fact. And if that's you, email me and just say, Lisa, you're spot on, you know, and let that be proof to you that when you're selling something or creating content or building a brand, you've always got to start with the end in mind. Build your sales page and craft your offer. I'm going to look at that in the second part of this video. Then you come back and think, what content do my audience need? What can I do to help them? You start sharing free videos, social media posts, and the content's got to be aligned. Now, what I like to do is write a long copy PDF. So I'll write 20, 30 pages on a topic like how to sell, how to write your thought leadership, how to build a funnel, something like that, and I'll give it away for free. If I can get somebody to download that PDF, I will blow their mind. They will read the PDF and tell me about it 2 years later when they buy from me, or 3 weeks later when we're on a sales call. They're the time frames. I've had someone join Straight Line Through this week, and they had read that PDF when it came out 2 years ago. Lisa, I read your document, it helped me so much. When I thought about long format writing, I thought, who do I know who can help me? It's obviously going to be Lisa. So I do the long copy PDF, and throughout the PDF I say, guys, this is really long, it's quite complex to explain. Would you like to come and spend a day with me, and I will take you through the process and help you achieve X, Y, Z as an outcome. That's where you'll see me do the full day workshops. And typically I'll charge £99, 125, 75 quid, depending on what I'm doing. And what happens there is, I don't have that many people on them, 10, 15, 20, but they've all paid £99. So I spend a day with them, and now I'm teaching and delivering and coaching live and helping and answering questions and building rapport in a really honest, genuine way. Like, I'm building relationships. That £99, that person's saying, yeah, I'm gonna have a bash at this mini outcome with you, Lisa. But they're also saying, I don't trust you to give you £5 of my money. I just don't, or I'm not quite ready. So I can part with 99, and 99 in contrast to £5 or £1 for the lectures it's all of a sudden very, very doable. Like, yes, Lisa, in contrast to that, I'll have a little bit of that. They spend the day with me, and after that day, they want more. Some people are like, that was amazing, I've got work to do. But a lot of people say, Lisa, can I have a discovery call? Lisa, what else have you got? Lisa, when's your next program opening? Because I've led with value, I've understood their needs, and I've led with value. So the big thing I want you to acknowledge here is that if you're gonna sell something, please don't wake up today and try and sell tomorrow. Think 6 weeks out, a few months out, like what is gonna be in your year, in your calendar? What are you going to sell in the next quarter and the quarter after that? Get your sales page ready, make your offer banging. We'll talk about that next. And then pre-sell. By pre-sell, I do not mean get advanced orders. I don't mean that. I mean go and share content, add value, give genuine tips and ideas that move people forward. And as you're doing that, start thinking about bringing people into a funnel. Hey guys, I just wrote this PDF. It's 20 pages on how to do this part of the process. Go download it. It's amazing. Here's an extract. Hey guys, I'm running a 3-part video series. Hey guys, I'm doing a live webinar. Hey guys, I've got this full day workshop. It's 99 quid. If you've been on the fence, come and check it out. These are the outcomes. You've got to lead with value. You've got to establish yourself as an authority in this space, and you've got to show people that you care about the outcome for them, that you're not just trying to sell. Okay, second thing I want to share with you today is that your offer must be insane. Your offer's got to be so good that people feel like they'd be missing out if they didn't buy it, and not in a trick sense, because we never want to take people's money if it puts them in hardship. You know, when people go, oh, just put it on a credit card, you'll make it back. You don't know that. I would say never make that promise as a coach, because I could teach you everything in the world one-to-one, but if something happens in your life, or you have a major setback or a major wobble, or you lose your confidence, or you've got real challenges or stories from the past, and you don't do the work, or you're not ready, or it's not the right timing, then I can't make that promise to you. What I can promise is I'll show you how to do it, I'll step you through it, I'll help you with the blocks, but you as a customer or client has got to lean in as well. So I never want to trick people or con people, I always want to be honest. So this is why with all of my offers, it never says DM me and we'll have a chat. It's like, here's the sales page, here's what you get, here's the price, DM me if it seems like a good fit. And at that point, if someone messages me, I know they're most likely to be a customer, because my sales pages are so detailed and so exhaustive in terms of what this is and how it works, that you don't even really need a call with me. But I like to do the call because it gives people confidence. I like it to make sure that we can actually get on and we can work together. So I do always insist on calls for one-to-one. When you're thinking about your offer, you've got to think about a couple of things. The first thing is, what do I want to sell? Like, what do I want to put together here? What do I know? What am I brilliant at? What can I package up? But the other thing is, you've got to ask, what does the customer actually want and need, and how can I help them do the work? So you've got to work hard to put the course or the program together in a way that actually sells. So I'd never recommend selling coaching for like an hour, or a 6-month coaching program, bring me a goal and I'll help you solve it. It's too vague. I would think about a goal that you know your customer has, like build a 6-figure business, finish your offer, learn how to make video content, learn how to present with confidence, and then in your description on your sales page, break it down and show them what you're going to do. But you've got to be crystal clear and explain it to people. So let me give you an example. I see this all the time on sales pages. People say what it is, but they haven't really said what it is. So if I was selling straight line through and I wrote, learn how to build a funnel, I've said what it is, but I've got to remember my customers don't know what a funnel is. Broadly they do, but they don't know the ins and outs of it or how it works or why it's valuable. So you'll never see me write, build a funnel, and that be a bullet on a sales page. It's too vague and too gimmicky, or it's all been done before. Instead, you'll see me break it down and say something like, in this program, I'm going to take you through the 6 things you need to master in order to become a 6-figure seller. They are: 1, how to craft an offer that attracts your customer in rather than you having to sell it to them. You do it by creating a sales page that explains the offer, by developing your unique thought leadership, I'm going to show you how to do that, and by creating content that draws them in. Therefore, we are going to cover A, B, C, D. So I never just say, we're going to build a funnel. I'll tell you what a funnel looks like, all of the elements, because that information's available. Like, I'm not revealing a big secret by telling you how to build a funnel. I tell you guys all the time in videos and training what it looks like. In the sales page, I really need to explain what this looks like and what you're going to learn. And I don't know if this goes against what so many people say, because people say, sell the sizzle, not the steak. I actually prefer to sell the steak. I like showing people what this is and what you're going to get. And it's working because Straight Line Through is 60% sold out at this time of filming now. So I've only got a few spots left one-to-one and in the lectures. But something I keep hearing from people when they email me or they speak to me is, Lisa, what I like about this program is I'm going to learn the skills and I can take those with me. And guess where that language is? That language is on the sales page. On the sales page it says, learn exactly how to sell online, exactly how to market, how to write a strategy that you can get behind so that you can take these skills with you for life. So I'm telling them the benefit and then they're bringing those words back to me. It's brilliant. That gives me confirmation that I've got the wording right. And if I keep hearing things from people like, what I love about this, Lisa, is, and I haven't got it on the sales page, watch me run and get that on the sales page. Your customer's language will help you sell it. The other thing about offer, and I could do a whole, I say video on it, I could do a whole day on this, but the other thing, because I am in the Straight Line Through training, the other thing about the offer is, when people are selling, they always want to try and make like the most profit and sell the least. Like, I know you might not believe me on this, but when people are selling, there's a kind of pressure online for them not to actually turn up and coach and for them to make this huge profit and to leverage everything. But if I'm training 10 people from 10 different parts of the UK, that is the leverage. I don't need to pre-film the videos for more leverage or outsource it to ChatGPT for even more leverage. It's ridiculous. Coaching and training is such high margin because you're just turning up and teaching what you know. You're not doing anything or going anywhere. So with your offer, think about, if I'm delivering this value, what can I add in that is unique to me, special about me, that would make this offer so good people would really squirm saying no, like they have to have it if it's the right fit. And I thought, well, Lisa, you're really good at building websites, and there's a lot of people you talk to who say, I have to go get a website but I don't know where to begin, and I'm really good at making videos, if I dare make that claim. And people say, oh Lisa, I want to make videos but I just haven't got the confidence, I don't have the kit. So for Straight Line Through, I thought, what if I offered a bonus for people who worked with me one-to-one and said you could pick either a WordPress website or a filming day, and I'll drive to where you are, bring all my gear, and I will coach you and train you, and we'll plan the content in advance, and then I'll film the videos, bring them away and edit them, and you'll have 3 videos for your funnel, your sales page, your first 3 podcast episodes, whatever you want. What an insane, like crazy bit of value that would be. And that's become really topical in the conversations when I'm talking to people and saying, which one are you thinking about, the website or the videos? Some people are torn and have asked me, what if I want both? And I've just said, okay, bolt on this amount and you can have both. How cool is that? So don't think about like rinsing every bit of value from your customers or squeezing every bit of leverage or every bit of profit. That will come. Right now, your job is to be working, to be selling, to be getting paid for adding value. And there's things you've got that are special to you. Put them as bonuses. Just don't offer 10 bonuses, it becomes overwhelming. One amazing bonus, or a choice of 2 amazing bonuses that people think, oh my God, that is the missing piece of the puzzle, I'm in. 2 more things I'm going to say on this before I move on, and this video is going to be long, but if you're still here, then I know you're enjoying it, okay? The first one is, if you're making the same offer to the same list and your sales have stalled, think about the hamburger approach, okay? Forgive me if you're not a meat eater. McDonald's is everywhere, they're on every corner. In fact, you could say this of Costa Coffee, Starbucks, Burger King, anything like that. Subway, they have vegetarian options. As you're driving past, you'll notice they always have a new burger out, a new coffee or shake for the summer, a new such and such on their menu. At the end of the day, guys, it's coffee, or it's a burger, or it's a sandwich. Like, how many variations on this can we have? But by making a twist on it, by adding a different sauce or a different flavour or making that hot food cold or that cold drink hot, they give themselves something to talk about, they create something to talk about. So I'm going to let you in on a little secret here. Straight Line Through is my new hamburger, because at the end of the day, do you know what I teach over and over? I teach people how to find their purpose and use what they're good at. I teach people how to craft offers that people want to buy. I teach people how to market properly using all of the online marketing tools. I teach people how to sell ethically. I teach them, this is the same stuff over and over. I teach people how to develop their unique thought leadership so they stand out in the market. And I teach people how to get control of themselves, how to manage their mindset, reprogram their subconscious beliefs, work through their issues and their challenges to actually do the work. I do that over and over. That's what Expansion Business School was, if you saw me launch that. That's what Pre-Ex Business School was. It's what I was teaching in my very first course, Dare to Grow, the online course, if you remember that. Straight Line Through is just a new version of that with the latest stuff that I know. It's got a really nice new wrapper on it. It's not the exact same stuff, it's the same themes. But if I came out and launched Pre-Ex Business School again or Expansion Business School again, it's like, I've heard that, I've heard it. So you've got to think about, if I sell the same thing over and over, and I'm getting better and I'm getting more focused, I'm adding this, I'm adding that, how can I position it differently? How can I make it more interesting, more engaging? How can I capture people's attention? The very name Straight Line Through signals what is different about this program. I'm going to teach you these skills, but it's harder and faster and more direct. So we're going to find the straight line through from where you are to where you want to be, and I'm going to hold you accountable to help you do the work through the ups and downs of that journey to get to the outcome that you want. So if you're selling a similar thing or an improved version of a similar thing, think about the hamburger approach and how you might package it up and add a little bit more excitement to it in a different way so that you can re-engage an older list. Another way to do this is to think about something that you sell in your bigger programs that you haven't talked about for a long time. Like, I've been teaching thought leadership and I didn't really realize I was doing it. The second I realized, I thought, oh, what if I went out and wrote a PDF on thought leadership and did a workshop on thought leadership? Doing that re-engaged people on my list who weren't going to buy the other things that I had. It showed them a different angle. So find a new angle or a new part of something that you teach that you haven't really spoken about and use it to re-engage people's interest. You're allowed to do that. It's magic. The second thing I want to say on this before we finish up is, I've been in business now since I was 23 and I'm 37 now, so 14 years. I've been doing online courses for like 7, 8, I don't know, I'd have to do the maths on it, I'll flash a number up. That's how long I've been doing online courses and online sales. It's taken me so long to craft this offer, Straight Line Through. I'm so proud of it, it's so good. I've written workbooks and PDFs and I've delivered it live, I've delivered it one-to-one, I've done full day training, live training, 6-week courses, 6-month courses. I'm so proud of it, but it has taken me years and years and years and years to develop. So what I want to say to you is, be on the journey for the long haul. Like, really work on your craft and develop your craft and get better and better at what you do. Keep packaging it up, keep making it better, keep repositioning it, keep selling it. Go out to new people, go out to the same people, get feedback, deliver. You will get better in time. The compound effect has to work. But if you do 3-4 years and stop and do something completely different, the compound effect begins again. So just keep that in mind. So I've been all over the place trying different things and different variations, and I really feel like I'm landing on my craft, like I'm an authority in this space. I can feel it, and I can feel it in my community and my audience. So this version, Straight Line Through, is like a mega consolidation of everything I've learned, the best of what I've learned, and all my latest insights and how they tie together. I'm so proud of that, and I'm so excited to teach it for that reason. So I'm saying, give yourself time and let that work compound, all right? All right, we're gonna finish up with an easier one here. You know, people say go niche. Go niche. It really matters, it really helps. If you're selling something like I'm selling how to do online marketing, online training, I've said it before that I can do this for people who have a florist, people who have a DIY shop, but I'm a real specialist when it comes to online courses and online coaching and online training programs and online positioning. So it took me a long time to do this because it feels like when you go niche, you're letting go of a huge chunk of the market that you could sell to. The second I went niche and went all in on coaching and training and online courses, I made more sales so much more easily because it allowed me to build a brand, build an audience, and be super clear on what this program is. So there's 2 things that I'm building at the minute in the background that I'm going to let you in on if you've got this far in the video. The first one is I want to do more speaking gigs. So if you're listening and you know someone who's looking for a speaker to talk about any of these topics, mindset, thought leadership, business strategy, all that, think of me. I'm not going to build a sales page on my Lisa Bean online business, online coaching website. It wouldn't work. I'm going to build a dedicated website dedicated to being a speaker, show reels, sales pages, about, story, how to work with me, case studies, whatever. It's got to have its own website. The other thing I do, and this is so genius, is I'm building an offer at the minute to go into corporates and do consultancy with corporates where if they want to build training programs for their teams, but their programs are so boring and they want to use their own in-house speakers and the speakers haven't got the confidence and they don't know how to design the curriculum for it, hello, I've been doing this for a decade. So I'm not going to offer that as a sales page on my existing website or my speaker website. I will build a dedicated website to that and that offer, because when I email those corporates and say, hey, this is what I do, would you like to have a conversation? Or it comes up in conversation, I want them to go on a web page and go, wow, this is entirely dedicated to this. Like, this is what she does. This is what she does. So when I'm thinking about going niche, if I had a different offer or a different audience, yes, I'd build a different sales page. Yes, I'd have a different social media account. If I'm going to do an entirely different offer to a different market segment, I'm going to build a site and a page and a profile that gives them a sense that this is my whole world. This is what I do. This is what I'm an expert in. It's really important to go niche, to really think about who the customer is that you're selling to and be so clear that you're here to help them. The language for corporates will be so different to the language for the people I work with, like online coaches and online trainers, and I want to reflect that in the sales pages. And this is why this works, okay? I'm not going to go out to any corporates or any speaking opportunities or any online course creators or coaches and convince them of the need to do this work. I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to convince anyone to become a coach. I'm not saying start up for the first time. It's not my gig. I know that there are customers out there looking for me. I know right now there is someone sat in HR going, I just wish we knew someone who could come in and help us create the agenda and the curriculum, train us up on the speaking and plan the content, and then like we could film it. Maybe we should go to a filming agency, they could help us. They'll go to a filming agency and that agency won't have the expertise I have in curriculum and speaking and all of that good stuff. So then they're living their life looking for me. Imagine they Google and they find me, or they ask around and my name gets mentioned, or they happen to get an email from me and they read it and they go, this is exactly what I've been looking for. Who is this woman? How do we have a conversation? How easy is that sale going to be? Don't think you need to sell to anybody. You don't. Your customers are out there looking for you, and if they don't buy from you, you've heard me say this, if they don't buy from you, they're still buying. They'll just buy from the person who showed up. So your job is to really think about who is going to buy from you, what they're looking for, what a perfect offer would be that would be so crazy for them to say no to, and then spend hours, days, weeks. Honestly, none of this, get your sales page out in 10 minutes. No, hours, days and weeks crafting an offer that is exceptional. It's going to blow their socks off and is catered to them. The language speaks to them, the design speaks to them, the process speaks to them, the bonuses speak to them, your background, your history, you create it all to speak to them. Because when they land on that sales page, they've got to go, wow, this is what I've been looking for. And when that happens, that's pre-selling. Before they get on a call with you, they already want to buy it. Now they're speaking to you just to double check you're legit and to talk about a little bit of tailoring that they need in the process to make sure you can accommodate, which of course you can. So that's it on today's video, the truth about selling. I hope this helps. If it has helped, hit subscribe, hit like, and if you're curious about working with me in straight line through, which is amazing, teaching you properly how to sell, how to market, but actually guiding you through the process, holding your hand as you do it, working through and changing the blocks that are keeping you stuck anyway, click the link around this video. You're going to find out all about it, and I'd be so happy to hop on a call with you to double check it's the right fit. Just drop me an email or click the link below, let me know. For now, that'll do. Over and out.